Oregon at Bob Brock Stadium as the Portland Pickles take on the Portland Gherkins in the Battle of the Brine. The Pickles are coming off another tough loss to the league-leading Westland Knights, falling 10-6. The hometown favorite Pickles have dropped below 500 and are on a 4-game slide after going 1-4. The Pickles will be looking to get back on track with a win against the Gherkins tonight. On the other side, the Portland Gherkins have won their last 2 games and built a 2-game lead for 3rd place in the WWWL. With a win tonight, the Gherkins will have a chance to move into 2nd place in the Wild Wild West League. Last time these two teams faced off, the Gherkins shocked the league. They'll need a complete effort to do the same tonight. It's the Battle of the Brine to kick off the final week of baseball in the WWWL. The Portland Pickles taking on the Portland Gherkins. First pitch is next. And now we're going to be presenting our national anthem, brought to you by Katerina Villegas, Miss Oregon, singing today.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Well, what a great rendition by Miss Oregon as we are back here at Bob Brock. A little bit of a delay. And what we're going to do is give you the lineups. The Portland Pickles will start with the lefty Nick Israel, Christian Cooney behind him, Dalton Chandler, Kenyon Yovan, Alec Arnone, Tony Boeto is DHing, Gabe Scoro, CJ Rivers, and Danny O'Reilly. The defense for the Gherkins will be Noah Wierstra catching, Torres at third, Ramsey at second, Hunter Wierstra at second base, Ramsey is at short, Hart is at first, Hanson in left, Bridge in center, Alvarado in right. The Gherkins will be lining up with Bryce Bridge to lead things off, Nolan Thebe behind him, Rowan Ramsey in the third spot, Noah Wierstra, the cleanup man, Zach Hart behind him, Hunter Wierstra in the sixth spot, Sean Alvarado, then Brady Hanson, then Ryan Torres. The defense for the Pickles will be Arnone putting down the signs. It will be Kenyon Yovan at third, Dalton Chandler at short, Nick Israel at second base, and CJ Rivers at first. In the outfield, Scoro will be in left, Cooney in center, and O'Reilly in right. Well, as we continue to have the delay, we'll take a quick break and come right back here on the Wild Wild West League stream, brought to you by Adventist Health.
It started with a checkup that led to a question that spurred a discovery that changed the way we practice health. which led to more questions and more discoveries that changed more ways we practice health. And on it goes. Introducing OHSU Health, a system of doctors and nurses, researchers, clinics, and hospitals, all working together to build a better way to wellness.
So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get going here at Bob Brock in beautiful Aurora, Oregon. On the mound for the Gherkins, it will be Brendan Vogler, the only man who has pitched for 2 teams this summer. Vogler against the Knights on the 12th. He pitched 2 innings, gave up 3 hits, 3 earned runs, 2 walks, and a strikeout. And then he played later, Sunday, July 26th, once again against Westland. And in relief, pitched 3 1/3, had 4 hits given up, along with 5 earned runs, 4 walks, and 3 1/3, and 1 strikeout. Vogler will be around 78 to 80. He'll throw a fastball and a curveball. Noah Worstra behind the plate for the first time starting a ball game. And Hunter Worstra, the North Marion guys, into the game. Brady Hansen is also in this ball game. He is hitting DH. He's in left. Looks like we will have Coach J.J. Mascalo might be a part of this umpire crew to start this game. We're missing the guys who call the balls and strikes. Matt Hardy might have volunteered himself. He looks like he's out there down the right field line. And let's see who they put calling balls and strikes. There's rumors of Randy Brock. And it looks like it's going to be JJ. Gherkins and the Pickles. Without umps, we get going. As it stands, the lefty, Nick Israel. Israel out of Fresno State. Opening offering of the ball game. Low. And they count 1 ball and no strikes. Just getting going here between the Pickles and the Gherkins. Battle of the Brine, 1-0. Way high. And they count it 2 balls and no strikes. So there's no umpire behind the plate. Instead, Coach JJ is calling balls and strikes behind Brendan Vogler, just up the middle. Here's a 2-0. Low and in. And they count 3 balls and no strikes to Nick Israel. Israel has only taken 2 walks this summer. He's 4 for 18. That gets to 222, 3-0. Upstairs. And a walk to start the ball game to Nick Israel.
So you guys up here have to be fair and foul for
So with a leadoff walk to Israel, in stands the right-hander Christian Cooney with a runner aboard. And nobody out. Just getting going. Top 1 here at Bob Brock, opening offering. Strike on the inside. And the count at 0-1. Pickles and the Gherkins going at it. The round 4 of the Battle of the Brine. Pickles with a 2-1 series lead, but the Gherkins won the last ball game, 0-1. Down and in there for a strike. And the count at 0-2. Shadows starting to creep across the infield. Brendan Vogler looks in after throwing 4 straight balls to Israel. He's got an 0-2 count on Cooney. No score. Top 1. Nobody out. Runner on first. The runner goes. Cooney swings and bloops one into left field for a base hit. Israel round his way to third. Cooney stops at first. And there's runners in the corners with nobody out to start this ball game. So in stands the right-hander, Dalton Chandler. Pickles none, Gherkins none. Top 1, nobody out, 2 on. Chandler stands with the bat behind his head. And the opening offering from Vogler. In there for a strike. And the count at 0-1. Israel leads 90 feet away at third. Cooney at first. The 0-1. Misses low. And the count at 1-1 strike. Top 1 here at Bob Brock. The wind blowing out strong to center in Aurora, Oregon. Vogler sets at the waist and looks over towards first. Cooney is back, no throw, and they're going to call a balk. J.J. Mascalo calls Vogler for the balk. In comes Nick Israel. Cooney goes to second, and it's 1-0 Pickles. An inning that has not started well for the Gherkins. How do you know a guy is umpiring fairly? He calls a balk against his own pitcher. Vogler looks at second. Now looks home, 1-1. Israel, big chopper left side, into the hole and into left field. Around his way around third, and coming home is Cooney. It's an RBI single for Dalton Chandler. And just like that, raise the chairs. It's 2-0 Picks. You might be wondering, well, why are the Gherkins starting Brendan Vogler? And in a game that, standing-wise and in terms of playoff implications, doesn't mean a whole lot. Again, these two teams are pretty locked at the 2 and 3 spots, and they'll play one another. If they flip-flop, doesn't really matter. In comes the right-hander, Kenyon Yovan. Leading at first is Chandler, opening offering. And Yovan rolls one down the left field line. Backhand by Torres, but he can't get it. It rolls down the left field line into the outfield as Hansen cuts it off in foul territory. Stopping at second is Chandler, and boy, we got action here in the first. A walk, a single, and a single off Brendan Vogler, who still has yet to record his first out. 2-0 Pickles. Top 1 here at Bob Brock in Aurora, Oregon. The battle of the Brine, 2 Portland teams coming at it. And in comes Alec Arnone. 2 on, nobody out, 2-0 Picks. Top of the first. Opening offering. Catches the corner for a strike. In the count at 0-1. Chandler at second, Yovan at first. Paradox as the 2 runners aboard with 2 runs already in. Nobody out, top 1. The 0-1. Skips in and gets by Noah Worstra. Everybody moves up 90 feet on the pass ball. And up comes an opportunity for Arnone with 2 on and nobody out. Again, the wind is blowing strong out to center, so if you can get a good swing on a baseball, opportunity for a big fly. Pickles looking to blow this one open, already up 2-0 over the Gherkins. The 1-1 home. Away. And the count at 2-1 strike. Portland Pickles and the Portland Gherkins, the battle of the brine, and Gherkins still looking for their first out. The 2-1 from Vogler. Swinging a chopper once again at Torres. He gets it on the backhand, throws to first across the mound, tagging Arnone is Hart as he was pulled off the plate. Coming in to score is Chandler. And the inning continues with 1 away and a 3rd run in. Yovan goes to 3rd on the play. As in comes Tony Boeto from Santa Clara University. Boeto looks on the opening offering, and he swings and cranks one down the right field line, hooking foul. And the count at 0-1. Boeto loves to play golf, ping pong, and basketball. His dad was a golfer at Cal State Fullerton, so that might explain the golf. Boeto rocking the high socks, looks in towards Vogler, 0-1, runner at 3rd, the pitch. Downstairs, and the count at 1-1 strike. Pickles with 3 runs here in the opening frame. They lead it 3-0 over the Portland Gherkins. 1 gone, a runner at 3rd. And the 1-1. And a swing and a chopper towards short. Charging is Ramsey. He gets to it. Fires to first in time. Jovan comes in to score. And another run in for the Pickles on the RBI ground out. There's 2 gone. The base is empty. And 4-0. The Pickles lead. Well, it's been very quick at-bats for the Pickles. They have not wasted a lot of time watching the pitches go by from Brendan Vogler. In stands Gabe Scoro. 4-0 picks the pitch. And the righty takes a strike that nicks the corner. The count at 0-1. Top 1 here at Bob Brock. 2 outs. Base is empty. Portland Pickles 4. Portland Gherkins none. Here's the 0-1. Misses away. And the count at 1-1 strike. Scoro the 3-time Pickle. Got a possibility for 4 if he comes back next summer. Vogler looks on. And the 1-1. And Scoro swings and ropes one into the gap into right center field. Alvarado to his right cuts it off. Holds Scoro to a single. The 4th hit of the inning has the first still rolling with 2 gone as in comes C.J. Rivers. Rivers was here very, very early today. Showed up around 3, got some BP in. Actually hit some BP with the Gherkins and Ross Campbell. Righty looks on, 2 on, runner at first, 4-0 picks the pitch. Outside, and the count at 1 no strike. So Rivers is really trying to find his bat, and he's putting in the effort to do so. So far, hitting 130. Leading at first is Scoro. This might be a game where he runs, and throw over by Vogler is low. Scoro with a head first dive in. And the count remains at 1-0. They check on Scoro. First 4 batters of the ball game have come on to score. Scoro with a single, 1-0. And Rivers swings and pops one up. Foul territory towards the first baseline and over the Gherkins dugout. And the count at 1-1 to C.J. Rivers. Rivers at Cal State Bakersfield. Going to be a sophomore. As he steps into the box, taps the plate 3 times and looks towards Vogler. Vogler looks over his left shoulder to Boeto. Scoro leaving it first, the 1-1. Catches the corner, and the count at 1-2 strikes. Vogler a strike away from getting out of this inning. Looks in towards the righty Rivers, sets at the belt. And the 1-2 on its way home. Runner goes. Downstairs, Weirster no throw. Ball is in the dirt. And so a stolen base for Gabe Scoro, his first of the summer. Gabe showing off the speed. Works himself into scoring position. Portland Pickles 4, Portland Gherkins none. Top 1 here at Bob Brock in Aurora, Oregon. Runner at second, 2 on the 2-2. And Rivers fouls one back to the screen. The count remains at 2 strikes. Both of the outs, the Arnone ground out to third and the Boeto ground out to short, have also picked up RBIs. So no unproductive outs yet. 2-2 from Vogler. And another foul down the right field line. And the count remains at 2 strikes. Rivers the 8th batter of this first inning. Pickles leading 4-0. Scoro leaves at second after a single and stolen base. 2 gone. Here's the 2-2 in the top of the first. And another foul right back towards Gary Walker. A couple seats down to my right here in the press box. And C.J. Rivers continues to spoil pitches. So Vogler's pitch count is on the up here in the first. This will be the 30th of the inning. 2-2. And Rivers slaps one down the right field line. And the count remains at 2 strikes. Rivers takes a circle around the plate, now steps back in. Scoro at second. 2 gone, 4-0 Pickles lead the Gherkins here in the top of the first. 2-2. And a tapper back to the screen, that's foul. Now, they just played the Chewbacca sound here at Bob Brock. What you may not know is that is C.J. Rivers' Chewbacca sound. They got him to record one after the game. So C.J. in two places at once. It's second to 2-2. Low and away. And the count runs full, and it gets away for a second, and Scoro heads up, runs to third on the pass ball. Second pass ball of the inning. And an opportunity for Rivers to pick up an RBI with a runner 90 feet away. There were 2 outs, the base is empty. Scoro singled, he stole second, and now he moves to third. 4-0 Picks here in the top of the first, 3-2. And a shot up the middle, almost clips Vogler. It's another RBI for the Pickles. It's 5-0. And boy, the Portland Pickles are out for revenge as up comes Danny O'Reilly. And our great sound team playing C.J. Rivers' Chewbacca noise over and over again. Well, if you like offense, hope you're having a good time. 2 gone, runner at first. Top 1 here at Bob Brock, opening offering. In the ready, O'Reilly looks at a strike that catches the corner. The count at 0-1. Pushing 25 minutes here in this first inning. The 0-1. Swinging a tapper back to the screen. And the count at 0-2 to O'Reilly. Danny, a junior out of the University of Toledo. Hitting an even 250 with a 364 on base percentage. Vogler looks at first where Rivers leads, the 0-2. Low, and it gets away from Wierstra again. On to second goes Rivers on the pass ball. And O'Reilly with an opportunity for an RBI. Portland Pickles 5, Portland Gherkins none here in the top of the first. Runner at second, 2 outs. In Aurora, Oregon, the 1-2. And a swing and a slow roller towards short, scooped up by Ramsey. He goes to first in time, and that does it. 9 batters come up, 5 runs come in. Here on our Wild Wild West League stream, it's Portland Pickles 5, Portland Gherkins nothing.
It started with a checkup that led to a question that spurred a discovery that changed the way we practice health, which led to more questions and more discoveries that changed more ways we practice health. And on it goes. Introducing OHSU Health, a system of doctors and nurses, researchers, clinics, and hospitals, all working together to build a better way to wellness.
Welcome back to the bottom of the first here at Bob Brock, and if you're just joining us, well, you missed a lot. 5 Pickles runs in the top of the first here in Aurora, Oregon. And the Portland Pickles lead the Portland Gherkins 5-0. The Gherkins trying to slice into the lead as in stands the righty Bryce Bridge. Opening offering, and Bridge swings and spoils one foul down the right field line. Counted 0-1. Bryce Bridge, the leadoff man. Then it'll be Thebe and Ramsey. They'll work against Mickey Thompson, the lefty out of Washington State. Thompson sets. And the 0-1 offering. Low and in. And the count at 1-1 strike. Bridge back after a couple weeks off. And for the first time since the 12th, back in this leadoff spot, the 1-1-2. Upstairs, and the count at 2 balls and 1 strike. Portland Pickles 5, Portland Gherkins none. Bottom 1 here in Aurora, Oregon at Bob Brock Stadium. Nobody out, the base is empty, the 2-1. Misses low and away, and the count levels out 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bryce Bridge has been terrific in center field. Still trying to find his bat at the plate. He's hitting 118. The 2-2-2. Up and away, and the count runs full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Mickey Thompson has struggled throwing strikes this summer. This is his last outing, but when talking with Coach Barkas earlier, he said Mickey's got to find the strike zone. 3-2 to the leadoff hitter. Misses low and away, and a leadoff walk to Bryce Bridge. So Bridge is aboard, and Gherkins definitely need base runners. It's Pickles 5, Gherkins none. But a runner aboard and nobody out in the bottom of the first as up comes the right-hander Nolan Thebe. Thebe rocking the stirrups today. Holds the bat on his right shoulder. Thompson exhales the opening offering. Swing and a miss. And the count at 0-1. Nolan Thebe also a pitcher for this Gherkins team. 273 on base percentage, going to Schmecada next year for his freshman season. Runner at first, and a throw over to first. Back standing is Bryce Bridge. This is a Gherkins team that put up 7 runs in an inning last time they faced the Pickles, so down 5-0. I don't think they think they're out of it at all. Here's the 0-1. Up and away. And the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Bottom 1 here at Bob Brock. 5 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Portland Pickles. No runs, no hits, no errors for the Portland Gherkins, but a runner aboard here in the bottom of the first. The 1-1. And another wave by Thebe. Count at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Thebe restraps the glove, taps the plate. Looks towards Thompson, who leans over the left shoulder and steps off as he watches Bridge scurry back to first. Thebe looks towards Thompson, the 1-2. Swing and a miss, see ya. Nolan Thebe strikes out. First out of the night is a strikeout for Mickey Thompson. And in stands Rowan Ramsey. Ramsey out of Western Oregon University. He will be a sophomore there. Holds the bat on the right shoulder. Runner at first is Bridge after the walk. 5-0 Picks. Bottom 1 out. Ball misses up and away. Snap back throw by Arnone. Good dig out by Rivers. That ball was wide. And the count at 1 ball and no strikes to Rowan Ramsey. Ramsey inning 316. He'll be our 3rd inning interview. Some good questions for Rowan. He looks on towards Thompson. Lefty on righty, the 1-0. And he swings and sends one into the air down the left field line, looking over his scorer towards the line, into foul territory, and he loses it to the bullpen. Squirrel looked like he might have had a shot. That ball just drifted too far down the left field line. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike to Rowan Ramsey. Portland Pickles 5, Portland Gherkins none. Battle of the Brine here at Bob Brock Stadium. About a 30-minute drive south from Lentz Park. Bottom 1 out. Runner out first, the 1-1. Up and away. And the count at 2 balls and 1 strike to Ramsey. Ramsey went to Central Catholic. He played with Christian Cooney. Christian was able to give us some inside information on Rowan. And we'll ask him why he is late to everything. Because according to Christian, he's late to everything. 2-1 from Thompson. And a foul back to the screen. And the count levels out, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Noah Worscha, the cleanup man, is on deck. Thompson deals about 88 into 90, fastball, slider, change. But it has been tough for him to locate The slider and the changeup. Bryce Bridge with the lead at first after his walk. The 2-2. Swing and a pop-up. Right side. Rivers moves towards foul territory. Runs out of room as the ball lands just behind our PA announcer, Robert Jones. And the count levels out. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 5 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Pickles. No runs, no hits, no errors for the Gherkins. Bottom 1 out. And Bryce Bridge with a lead at first base. Thompson looks on, gets the sign, exhales, his 2-2. Way outside. And the count at 3 balls and 2 strikes. So a 3-2 count means the Wild Wild West music plays. One thing that was also a problem for Thompson was the pitch count, and right now it is being worked through 3 batters. Payoff pitch on its way. A swing and a drive into left field that drops for a base hit. This ball is going to roll all the way to the track. Gets cut off by Scoro. Around third and on his way home comes Bridge, and then he turns around and holds up. Stopping at second is Ramsey. It's a double for him. And just like that, 2 runners in scoring position for the Gherkins. Trailing 5-0, an opportunity for Noah Worstra. Bryce Bridge got the go sign, then the no sign over there at third base. 2 in scoring position, 1 out, bottom 1, 5-0 Pickles. Gherkins have a chance to slice into the lead. Thompson looks on. Wind blowing strong out to center, the opening offering to the righty. Low, and the count at 1 ball and no strikes. Again, we are without umpires here today, at least for the start of the ball game, so Coach J.J. Mascalo is calling the balls and strikes right behind Mickey Thompson. In the infield. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. And the count at 1 ball and 1 strike to Worstra. No, Worstra hasn't played a whole lot for this Gherkins team. In his 3 plate appearances, he's 0 for 2 with a walk. Thompson's 1-1. Catches the outer corner, and the count, a ball and 2 strikes. Bridge at third, Ramsey at second. No runs in for the Gherkins, who trail 5-0 to the Pickles. But with 1 out here in the bottom of the first, a chance to bring a couple of runs home. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. See ya. Worstra strikes out. Second of the ball game for Mickey Thompson. And up comes Zach Hart with 2 on and 2 out here in the bottom of the first. So the Pickles bending, but they haven't broken yet. Bridge at third, Ramsey at second. Bottom 1, 2 gone. And a 5-0 Pickles lead. The opening offering. And the lefty swings and pops one up on the infield. Dalton Chandler called off by Nick Israel right behind second. He reaches up and makes the catch. 2 runners are aboard, but they're left stranded. 1 hit for the Gherkins. It's Portland Pickles 5, Portland Gherkins none to the second we go on our Wild Wild West League stream, brought to you by Adventist Health.
It started with a checkup that led to a question that spurred a discovery that changed the way we practice health, which led to more questions and more discoveries that changed more ways we practice health. And on it goes. Introducing OHSU Health, a system of doctors and nurses, researchers, clinics, and hospitals, all working together to build a better way to wellness.
So welcome back to the top of the second here at Bob Brock Stadium in Aurora, Oregon. Portland Pickles 5, Portland Gherkins none. As we get set, the Pickles are up. The lefty Israel looks on, opening offering, way high. Jacob Bowser, the new right-handed pitcher for this Gherkins team. The 1-0 on its way. Low and outside. In the count at 2 balls and no strikes. So Vogler, a 37-pitch first inning. Gave up 5 runs, faced all 9 batters. The 2-0 home. Look out. Almost clips Israel upstairs. In the count at 3 balls and no strikes. This is exactly how the first inning started. Israel had a 4-pitch walk. Bowser is 3-0 home. Low, and Nick Israel jogs down 90 feet towards first base. The Pickles have a base runner to start the second. Pickles 5, Gherkins none. Top 2, nobody out, and now a runner aboard for the right-handed batter, Christian Cooney, sophomore out of University of Portland. Cooney singled his last time up, and he swings at the first pitch and slaps it into left field for a base hit. 2 for 2. For Christian Cooney, as up comes Dalton Chandler. So the Pickles get a walk and a base hit to start the top of the second. And with nobody out and a 5-0 lead, in stands the right-handed batter, Dalton Chandler. Chandler also singled back in the first. Vogler sets at the waist. His first pitch home to the righty. Outside. In the count at 1 ball and no strikes. Kenyon Yovan is on deck. Again, the first 4 batters of the first scored. First 2 of the second inning are aboard. 1-0. Slow roller. Look out. Almost clips Justin Barkas down the left field line, who scurries out of the way. Justin's all right. He gives a thumbs up. Pickles 5. Gherkins none. The 2 teams from Portland battling it out, and it's been all Pickles. Top 2, nobody out, and 2 aboard. Vogler's 1-1. Swinging a chopper towards Torres at third, and he can't handle it. It bounces off his thigh and into left field. Around home comes Israel. He scores. Stopping at third is Cooney. It's an error on Torres as Chandler holds it first. And up comes Kenyon Yovan. So another run in. Nick Israel has now scored twice. It's 6-0 Pickles as Yovan stands on. Top 2, nobody out, 2 aboard. Runners at the corners. Pickles over the Gherkins in the Battle of Portland, 6-0. Opening offering. Inside, and the count at 1-0. Wind has died down a little bit here at Bob Brock. And it's been all singles for this Pickles team. They have not had a double. Doesn't matter. They lead 6-0. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss. And the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. I was told by our ticketing coordinator, Parker Huffman, earlier that this is the first game all summer. We have not had a scout here. So no scouts in the building. Maybe some watching. 2 on, nobody out. Top 2. 6-0. Pickles. 1-1. Low and away. And the count at 2 balls and 1 strike. The wind blowing strong out to center. Yovan taps the plate twice, wags the bat at the waist, and looks towards Vogler. 2-1. And a swing and a slow roller down the left field line. That's a foul ball. And the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Yovan, after he sprints 90 feet, jogs back home. Cooney at third. Chandler at first. Nobody out. Top 2 in the battle for Portland. It's been all Pickles. They lead 6-0 here in Aurora, Oregon at Bob Brock Stadium. Pickles trying to end a 4-game slide. The Gherkins looking to tie things up in the series. The Pickles lead at 2-1. Vogler looks towards first, now sets his 2-2. Swinging a rocket into left field, another base hit and another RBI. In comes Christian Cooney, who steps on the plate for the second time today. It's 7-0 Portland with still nobody out. As in comes Alec Arnone. Second RBI knock for Jovan. Alec Arnone looks on. 7-0 Pinks. Top 2, nobody out, 2 aboard. Panel of Portland facing off against the Gherkins. Here's the opening offering. Catches the corner for a strike. And the count at 0-1. 7 runs, 7 hits, no errors. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error for the Gherkins. Vogler looks on. And is 0-1. Skips in and gets by Worstra. Everybody's up 90 feet. As Chandler goes to third on the wild pitch. And Jovan goes to second. In the first inning, it was walk, single, single, single. Here in the second inning, it's walk, single, E5, single. So things have been pretty similar in the opening 2 frames. The 1-1, way up and in. And Arnone leans back. And the count at 2 balls and 1 strike. Brendan Vogler on the mound. Pickles leads 7-0, nobody out, 2 in scoring position here in the top of the second. The battle of the brine. The 2-1. Swinging a pop-up behind second base. Hunter Worstra looks up. It's back into right field. Alvarado gets under it. Tagging us late is Chandler, but he comes in easily. And a sacrifice fly for Alec Arnone. Makes it 8-0 Pickles. So Arnone has not picked up a hit, but he does have a pair of RBIs. As up stands the right-hander, Tony Boeto. Jovan at second. 3 runs here in the second for the Pickles, 1 out. And the opening offering to Boeto. And he swings and cranks one into left center field. That drops for a base hit. Jovan around third, hustling on his way home. He scores with ease. It's an RBI single for Tony Boeto. And just like that, it's 9-0 Pickles. So just like the first inning, the second inning mimics the top 4 guys score again. And out comes the Gherkins head coach for a mound visit. As we will take a break and come right back. 9-0 Pickles all over the Gherkins here in the top of the second. And the Battle of the Brine here in our Wild Wild West League stream. Brought to you by Adventus Health. Bob Brock in Aurora, Oregon. 9-0 Pickles. Vogler deals. And the righty scorer looks at a ball low in. Good block by Noah Worstra. 1 out. Runner at first is Boeto. Gabe Scoro in the batter's box. Scoro singled and scored as Vogler's pickoff throws in the dirt could pick by Hart. And back standing is Boeto. 55 pitches for Brendan Vogler, trying to get through the top of the second. 1-0. Swing and a miss. And the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Portland Pickles and the Portland Gherkins facing off. 9-0 Picks. Here in the top of the second, 1 out and a runner at first. A lot of offense here at Bob Brock in Aurora, Oregon. The 1-1. Low and away, and the count 2 balls and 1 strike. Vogler looks on, trying to get through this second inning. The 2-1. Shot down the left field line by Scoro, rolls foul. And the count at 2-2. Zach Morgan runs after every foul ball down the left field line. He's quick out there, too. You wonder if he likes doing it, or somebody said, hey, Zach, you got to go after the foul balls today. Hopefully he likes it. 1 on, 1 out, the 2-2. And Scoro ropes one towards Justin Barkis. It is not safe to be down that third base line. 5 runs in the top of the first, 4 and counting here in the top of the second. Pickles 9, Gherkins none. Runner at first and 1 out. Vogler sets at the waist, the 2-2. And a swing and a shot past the defense and into left field for a base hit. Gabe Scoro is 2 for 2. Everybody on the Pickles has singled except Danny O'Reilly and Alec Arnone. And up comes the right-hander C.J. Rivers. Rivers had a battle with Vogler his last time up. Fouled off a lot of pitches and ended up working an RBI on a hard hit ball up the middle. Runner is at second and first, 1 out. Vogler looking for the double play ball to get out of the inning. It's 9-0 Pickles. Opening offering. Swinging a slow roller towards Torres. He scoops it up, steps on first, throws to first, after he steps on third, but the throw is not in time. So a heads-up play from Torres to get the leadoff head runner. And for the second straight inning, 9 batters for the Pickles, as in comes Danny O'Reilly. Scoro at second, Rivers at first. O'Reilly still looking for his first hit. He's only had 1 at bat. 2 outs, 2 on, top 2, 9-0 Picks. The pitch. And O'Reilly chops one over the head of Justin Barkis down at the third base line. And the count at no balls and 1 strike. O'Reilly grounded to short his last time up. 5 runs in the first, 4 in the second. The Pickles with a 9-0 lead over the Portland Gherkins. Battle of Portland here at Bob Brock in Aurora, Oregon. 0-1 on its way from Vogler. And a swing and a foul down the left field line. O'Reilly spoils another ball, and they count it 0-2. 9 runs, 8 hits, no errors for the Picks. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error for the Gherks. Vogler sets, and the 0-2 home. And O'Reilly taps one down the left field line, snagged into the air by Torres, goes to first in the dirt, but in plenty of time. That does it for the top of the second. 9 batters and 4 more runs. It's 9-0 Pickles as we head to the bottom of the inning here at our Wild Wild West League stream, brought to you by Adventus Health. Welcome back. Bottom 2 here at Bob Brock in Aurora, Oregon. It's the Portland Pickles 9, the Portland Gherkins nothing. As in stands the lefty, Hunter Worstra, to start the bottom of the second. Gherkins need some base runners, and Thompson looks on the opening offering. Hits Wierstra. There's a base runner. Hunter Wierstra takes a base and a bruise, and up comes the left-handed batter, Sean Alvarado, with one on and nobody out. Again, Thompson has struggled with command this summer, and he nails Wierstra right there. 8 walks for him through his first 2 games. So Alvarado digs in, looks on the lefty batter. The pitch. Straight catches the corner, and the count at 0-1 to Sean Alvarado. Alvarado was originally listed on the roster as a lefty pitcher. He has not pitched this summer. 0-1 to him. And he taps one down the left field line, scooped up by Thompson, and he bobbles it. Everybody is safe. An E1 puts 2 aboard. Thompson saying the ball was off the foot of Alvarado, and this might be changed. It's going to be Matt Hardy and J.J. Mascalo talking it up, and they're going to overturn Alvarado's hit. Seemed pretty obvious at first. Matt Hardy, the longtime Pickle, figuring things out. Good for him. And Alvarado has his bat tossed back to him from the dugout. He'll step back in to the batter's box. Lefty on lefty, 1 on. 9-0. A Pickles lead. The Gherkins in the battle for Portland here in the bottom of the 2nd. Hunter Wierstra leads at first with nobody out. Thompson sets. And the 0-2 to Alvarado. Low and away, and the count out to ball and 2 strikes. Thompson gave up a walk and a double back in the first. No runs came in. And he hit Hunter Wierstra on the first pitch he threw here in the 2nd. 1-2 on its way. Swinging a slicing line drive down the left field line that falls foul. And the count at a ball and 2 strikes. Alvarado taps the plate twice. Looks towards Thompson. Noah Wierstra leads at first. Gherkins trying to mount the 9-0 Pickles lead. The 1-2. Outside. And the count levels out. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Alvarado going to Schmeketa out of South Salem High School. His sophomore year, he pitched very well for Schmeketa. The 2-2. Look out, up and in. And the count 3 balls and 2 strikes. And I think that's why maybe he was lifted as a pitcher. Had a 1.29 ERA. At first is Wierstra, nobody out. Bottom 2, 9-0 Pickles in the battle for Portland. The payoff pitch. Swinging a big chopper back towards Thompson. Charging at second is Israel. He scoops it up. Underhand flip from the infield grass is in time. And there's 1 gone. In the bottom of the 2nd. To second goes Hunter Wierstra. And an opportunity for the Gherkins to get on the board with a runner in scoring position. As in stands Brady Hansen. So Wierstra at second. He's a North Marion player. And so is Brady Hansen in the right side of the batter's box. Playing on their home turf here in Aurora, Oregon. Opening offering. Catches at the knees. In the count at 0-1. Thompson turning up the heat a little bit on that last pitch. 1 on, 1 gone. Bottom 2. Pickles 9. Gherkins nada. Battle of the Brine. The 0-1 home. Swing and a miss. And he counted 0-2 to Hansen. Brady Hansen at North Marion last year hit .378. This summer he's hitting .143. 0-2 on its way to Hansen. And he waves at a fastball right by him. As in stands Ryan Torres. Stepping into the box, another lefty batter. Torres, the third baseman today. Looks in with Hunter Wierstra at second, 2 out. Bottom 2 here at Bob Brock. Thompson looks back towards Worcester, who jogs back to second. Wind starting to pick up a little bit. The shadows have covered the infield completely here at Bob Brock. Opening offering. Catches the outer edge for a strike. And the count at 0-1. 5 runs in the top of the first, 4 in the top of the second. That equals 9, and that's the Pickles lead. 9-0 with a runner at second for the Gherkins here in the bottom of the inning. The 0-1. Swinging a foul back to the screen, and Thompson in the driver's seat. The count at 0-2. Thompson looks on. Opportunity to retire the side after giving up the leadoff walk to Worcester. 0-2 on its way. Swinging a foul back to the screen. And the count remains at 0 balls and 2 strikes. Worcester walked. He then moved to second on a ground out by Alvarado. Brady Hansen struck out. Bottom 2, 9-0 in the battle for Portland. The Pickles lead the Gherkins. 2 outs. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. And back-to-back strikeouts. End the inning for Mickey Thompson. He's got 4 on the ball game. To the third we go. 9-0 Pickles in the Battle of the Brine here on our Wild Wild West League stream. Brought to you by Adventus Health. To the top of the third we go here at Bob Brock. It's the Portland Pickles 9 and the Portland Gherkins 0. As in stands the lefty Israel leading off for the third straight time. The Pickles have had 9 batters come up in the past 2 innings. Opening offering from Vogler. And the lefty looks at a ball. Low and in. Count at 1-0. 1-0 home. Catches the corner, and the count 1 ball and 1 strike to Israel. It'll be Israel, Cooney, Chandler. Vogler is 1-1. In there again, and the count at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Gherkins dugout, hyping their guy up. 1-2. Low and away, and the count levels out 2 balls and 2 strikes. Israel has come up twice. He's walked twice. He's scored twice. 2-2 to him. And he swings and misses. And Brendan Vogler's got his first strikeout of the third and of the ball game. So with 1 out and the base is empty, the opening offering to the righty Cooney. And Cooney swings and rolls one down the left field line. That's a fair ball. Backhand by Torres. Long throw and plenty of time. And just like that, Brendan Vogler's got 2 retired here in the third. So in stands the right-handed batter, Dalton Chandler. Pickles 9 Gherkins, nothing. Top 3, 2 outs, and the base is empty here at Bob Brock in beautiful Aurora, Oregon. First pitch to Chandler. And he swings and lifts one into center. Moving back is Bridge. He gets under it, and just like that, it's a 6-pitch inning for Brendan Vogler. To the bottom of the third we go. 3 up, 3 down. Pickles don't score. It's 9-0 in the Battle of the Brine here in our Wild Wild West League stream, brought to you by Adventist Health.
It started with a checkup that led to a question that spurred a discovery that changed the way we practice health, which led to more questions and more discoveries that changed more ways we practice health. And on it goes. Introducing OHSU Health, a system of doctors and nurses, researchers, clinics, and hospitals, all working together to build a better way to wellness.
Bottom of the third we go here at Bob Brock in Aurora, Oregon. Portland Pickles 9, Portland Gherkins nothing, and Bryce Bridge, the leadoff righty, stands on. Mickey Thompson exhales, lefty on righty, the opening offering. Low and away, and the count at 1 ball and no strikes. 5 runs in the top of the first, 4 in the top of the second, but the Pickles did not score in the top of the third. 1-0 from Thompson. And Bridge rolls one down the right field line, foul. The count levels out, 1 ball, 1 strike. Bryce Bridge walked in his first at-bat on a 3-2 pitch. He would be stranded at third after the double by Ramsey. Base is empty, bottom 3, nobody out. Battle for Portland, it's 9-0 Pickles. Here's the 1-1 from Thompson. Up and in, and the count 2 balls and 1 strike. Bryce Bridge, a umpire for younger kids in his off time, the 2-1. Catches the corner at the knees, and the count levels out at 2-2. Bridge hopes to play at Oregon State one day. Currently going to Schmekeda, the 2-2. Low and in, and the count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes for the second straight time to Bryce Bridge. Portland Pickles 9, Portland Gherkins nothing. Bottom 3, nobody out here at Bob Brock and nobody on. The payoff pitch. Swinging a drive into right center field. This ball rolls all the way to the wall. Around to first, on his way to second. Rounding second and coming to third is Bridge. The throw in by O'Reilly is way late. And it's a triple to start the third for Bryce Bridge. Well, the Gherkins needed a spark, and that might be the one. Bridge sent that into the gap in the right center. It took O'Reilly a long time to get to it. And Bridge doesn't have amazing speed, but he had plenty of time to get to third. So runner 90 feet away, and stands the right-hander Nolan Thebe. Mickey Thompson sets. And the first pitch home. Way upstairs, and it gets by Arnone. Stopping and going back to third is Bridge. He started to come home and then thought better of it. Pickles 9, Gherkins nothing. Here in the battle for Portland at Bob Brock in Aurora, Oregon. Nobody out in the bottom of the third, but a runner at third, and it's Bryce Bridge. Thebe looks on. The 1-0 from Thompson. Swinging a foul right back to the screen, and the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Nolan Thebe struck out swinging in his last at-bat. He restraps the batting gloves, adjusts the helmet, taps the plate 3 times, and looks towards the lefty Thompson. 1-1 on its way. Up and away. And the count at 2 balls and a strike. Thompson doing his hitch that he does sometimes, where he'll come set with the knee up and then hike the knee up again before throwing the baseball. Nobody out, runner at third, bottom 3. 2-1 on his way. Swing and a miss. And the count levels out at 2-2. Bottom 3 here at Bob Brock. Nobody out in a 9-0 Pickles lead in Aurora, Oregon. Portland Gherkins and the Portland Pickles going at it. Gherkins trying to get on the board. Here's the 2-2. Upstairs. And another full count to a Gherkins header. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes to Nolan Thebe. Thebe went to Montana State Billings, transferring to Schmeketa next year. Product of Wilsonville High School. Payoff pitch to him. And he waves at a high fastball. And there's the first out of the third. It's the 5th strikeout of the ball game for Mickey Thompson, as up comes the right-handed batter, Rowan Ramsey. Ramsey will be our in-game interview in the top of the 4th. The shortstop for the Gherkins doubled to right center his last time up. Runner at third is Bridge. 1 out here in the bottom of the third, the opening offering. And the righty takes a ball up and away. And the count at 1-0. Pickles 9, Gherkins nothing, but battle for Portland, the 1-0. Up and away again, and the count at 2 balls and no strikes. Bridge tripled to start the inning. Thebe struck out. Pickles, who put up 5 in the first inning, 4 in the second, trying to keep the Gherkins off the board here in the third. 1 gone, the pitch. Swinging a high pop-up. Left side, Arnone comes out in front of the mound, calls everybody off, now comes forward and makes the catch. Alec Arnone reels it in. And there's 2 gone. In the bottom of the third. So in stands the right-handed batter, Noah Wierstra, one of 2 Wierstra twins. Thompson exhales the first pitch to the righty. Swing and a miss. And the count at 0-1. Bottom 3 here at Bob Brock. 2 outs and a runner at third. Portland Pickles 9. Portland Gherkins nothing. Gherkins trying to get on the board. 0-1 on his way. Low and in. And Wierstra looks at a 1-1 count. Inning started with a Bridge triple, but a strikeout to Thebe and a pop out to the catcher by Ramsey has taken away the sacrifice fly. 1-1 home. Swing and a miss. And Thompson a strike away from getting out of the inning. Lights have started to come on. The shadows have covered all of the field except left, where Jaden Hanna stands in. The pitch misses away, and the count 2 balls and 2 strikes to Wierstra. Two. In there for a strike. See ya. And that does it for the bottom of the third. To the top of the fourth we go here at Bound Pickles 9, Gherkins none. Here in Aurora, Oregon on our Wild Wild West League stream, brought to you by Adventist Health.
It started with a checkup that led to a question that spurred a discovery that changed the way we practice health, which led to more questions and more discoveries that changed more ways we practice health. And on it goes. Introducing OHSU Health, a system of doctors and nurses, researchers, clinics, and hospitals, all working together to build a better way to wellness.
So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Top of the fourth here at Bob Brock, Carlo Jimenez, and we're with Rowan Ramsey, who's playing short. Thanks for joining us, Rowan. So how has it been this summer playing with the Gherkins? And why don't you give us a rundown for people who don't know your past couple of years in baseball? I've heard you've been at a couple places. Is that right? Mm-hmm. Nice. Kenyon Yovan takes a walk. Uh, we talked to Christian Cooney earlier today, and he said Christian was saying he's a better basketball player than you. Do you have a response? Yeah. And then one other thing Christian had to say was that you're late to everything. Do you have a reason? There you go. There you go. Now, how was the experience up in the Bay Area at Menlo? How did that year go? Yeah, you hit 302 in 27 starts. Not too bad. Talk about being a part of this Gherkins team. I feel like of all the teams in this league, you guys are the most together as a ball club. How fun has it been getting to know all these guys? Okay. Now, talk to us a little bit. When did Patrick start growing out the facial hair? Okay. Yeah, the facial hair and the flow is pretty impressive. Is there any reason you haven't tried out to grow any flow this summer? Hair wise. Okay. Something. Got it. Got it. This Gherkins team might be the team with the best hair. I mean, you guys got Mushka. It's been pretty great. So what's the point? Rowan, we're having some technical difficulties. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come back with you in the fifth, if that's cool. Did you hear us? Okay. What? So what's So in stands the right-hander Gabe Scoro as we continue this top of the fourth. We'll come back with Rowan Ramsey. Unfortunately, couldn't get him the volume in that fourth inning. Still trying to figure it out. Jovan at second. At first is Boweto, the pitch home. Misses low and away and gets by Worstra. Everybody moves up 90 feet. And with one gone, there's two runners in scoring position here in the fourth. So Kenyon Jovan took a walk. He's at third, and in second stands Tony Boweto. 2 on, 1 gone. Top four, the pitch, and a swing and a shot right at Ramsey, who makes the catch. And there's 2 gone. So the shortstop, Rowan Ramsey, with a good snag. So the right-hander C.J. Rivers looks on, opening offering. And he swings and belts one into left center field, moving over and watching it bounce is Bryce Bridge. Jovan comes in, Boweto scores. It's 11-0 Pickles. On the RBI by C.J. Rivers as the Chewbacca noise is played. Rivers is 2 for 3, and in stands Danny O'Reilly. Opening offering. Low and away. And going to second is Rivers. He slides safely. C.J. Rivers with a stolen base. His third of the summer. Added to the highlight reel. And there's a runner at second with 2 gone. Again, apologies for the technical difficulties. We'll try to get those fixed and get Ramsey back in the top of the fifth. Fogler looks up. And the 1-0. Downstairs. Count 2 balls and no strikes. 2 gone. Runner at second. 11-0. The Portland Pickles lead the Portland Gherkins here in the top of the fourth. Fogler's 2-0. Catches the outer edge. And the count 2 balls and 1 strike. Top 4 here at Bob Brock. The Pickles and the Gherkins going at it. 2-1 home. Swing and a tapper foul. And the count levels out. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Portland Pickles 11. Portland Gherkins none. Top 4, 2 gone. Runner at second. Here in Aurora, Oregon at Bob Brock Stadium. The 2-2. Upstairs. And the count runs full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And with 2 out, C.J. Rivers will be running over at second. Fonglers 3-2. Swinging a big chopper up the middle and into center field for a base hit. Rivers around third, chugging his way home. He's in safely. The throw from Bridge is wide. And it's an RBI single for Danny O'Reilly, his first hit of the night. As up comes the leadoff lefty, Nick Israel. So Israel looks on, runner at first, 2 gone, 12-0 Pickles here in the top of the 4th. The pitch. Israel belts one down the right field line, foul. And the count at 0-1. So Rivers, after stealing second, able to come home on the single by O'Reilly. Israel looks aboard with a 0-1 count, 2 outs, runner at first, top 4, the pitch. Skips in the dirt, gets by Wierstra on his way to second. Is O'Reilly on the pass ball. And there's a runner in scoring position with 2 gone, as this top of the 4th continues. 1-1 on its way home. Swing at a foul down the left field line. As Israel spoils that one. Nick Israel with the red gloves, the red elbow pad on the right arm. And he's got a little bit of a red beard going. Kid out of Fresno State, probably looks good in that uni. O'Reilly at second. 2 gone, top 4. Boglers 1-2. Swing at a foul on the right field line. The count remains at 1 ball and 2 strikes. So it's been all Pickles here in the battle for Portland. Pickles 12, Gherkins none. Top 4, 2 outs. Runner at second is O'Reilly. Voglers 1-2. Swinging a high pop up into center. Bridge going back. Gets under. This ball playable. And he makes the catch. 3 runs come in. 1 run left aboard. To the bottom of the 4th we go. It's 12-0 Pickles. Here on our Wild Wild West League stream. Brought to you by Adventus Health.
It started with a checkup that led to a question.
So we'll keep it here for the Mascot Olympics. Dylan T. Pickle, Lil P, Gigi, and it looks like we have a new mascot entering the race. It's Rory Newenhouse, our great producer, rocking a horse. Lil P, Gigi, and Dylan. It's going to be a spoon race. You got to put a ball on a spoon and run past the line. Lil P, Dylan, Gigi, and Rory. And here they go. Dylan with the lead. He drops the ball. Lil P drops the ball. Rory taking a slow route along with Gigi. Now Lil P and Dylan run into each other. It's Rory and Gigi. Rory turns around. Rory looking for somewhere to go. Rory's got the lead. Can he get there? He cuts off Gigi right in front of Gigi. Newenhouse looking for the final line. Newenhouse, no! Gigi dives forward, and Rory loses. Gigi on the podium and gets the gold. We'll take a quick break and come right back. Mascot Olympics, entertaining as always. It's 12-0 Pickles midway through 4. So the left-handed Zach Hart looks on lefty. Bottom 4 here at Bob Brock, opening offering. And he swings and pops one up towards short. Moving back is Chandler. He gets under it and makes the catch. And there's one gone. Check those. Hannah has come into the ball game. And in stands the second baseman, another left-handed batter. It's Hunter Worstra. Bottom 4, 1 out, 12-0. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Counted 0-1. Well, 1 downstairs. In the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. Base is empty. Bottom 4, 1 out. Pickles 12, Gherkins nothing. Thompson sets and is 1-1 on its way home. So we're going to foul back to the screen. And the count moves to a ball and 2 strikes to Hunter Worstra. One, 2 home. In there for a strike at the knees. Worstra strikes out. And up comes Sean Alvarado with 2 gone. And the base is empty. Alvarado grounded out to short his last time up. Pickles 12, Gherkins none. Bottom 4 here at Bob Brock in Aurora, Oregon in the Battle of Portland. The opening offering. And the lefty checks his swing and holds up. And the count at 1-0. Matt Hardy, our umpire down the right field line. Again, no official umpires today. Somebody forgot to call him. Here's the 1-0. Swinging a high pop-up towards Hannah at second. He's called off by Israel. And that does it for the bottom of the 4th. A quick 1-2-3 inning. We'll have Rowan Ramsey again in the top of the 5th. It's Gherkins nothing, Pickles 12 in the Battle of the Brine here in our WWWL stream, brought to you by Adventist Health.
It started with a checkup that led to a question that spurred a discovery that changed the way we practice health, which led to more questions and more discoveries that changed more ways we practice health. And on it goes. Introducing OHSU Health, a system of doctors and nurses, researchers, clinics, and hospitals, all working together to build a better way to wellness.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Top 5 here at Bob Brock in Aurora, Oregon. It's the Portland Gherkins nothing and the Portland Pickles 12. Carlo Jimenez joined by Rowan Ramsey. Rowan, thanks for hopping on for the second time today.
Yeah, no problem.
So, Rowan, how has it been playing for the Gherkins this summer and being in Aurora, Oregon at Bob Brock?
Yeah, it's been super fun. At least for me, it's been a very long time since I was on the field playing some actual baseball, so it's been very fun.
Yeah, and talk to the people who don't know about what the kind of last 3 years has been for you in terms of baseball and where you're headed.
Yeah, out of high school, went to Menlo College, which is a small NAIA school in Northern California. So I played there for my freshman year, and then transferred after that. Was going to head down to Western Oregon, but decided to take a gap year in the middle there and find a JUCO to play for. Wesley, I think. And so I'll be headed to Yakima Valley in the fall.
Nice. And your off year, your gap year, what did you focus on? What did you work on?
Yeah, pretty much just took a year to try and increase my tools. So I went to Driveline for a couple weeks in Seattle. Did a lot of training in Westland at Bat Company, and then I don't know where I'm headed in the next couple months. I might head back to driveline for a little bit just before I report to Yak, but that was kind of the focus of the year, just get a little bigger.
So your former teammate Christian Cooney stands in. If you had to give a scouting report on Christian, what would you give?
He's gonna hit the ball really hard right at me, and then and then run very fast, just like that. There you go.
You got some mind powers you want to tell us about?
I've just watched him play a lot.
Clearly. You had that one on the money. Christian, we talked to him earlier, and he said Christian talks a lot. He was letting us know that any response to that?
Yeah, I mean, like I said before, he's a big dude, so he might have that on me for sure. But I think I actually might be better. Nothing better at basketball than him.
Let him know you're mic'd up.
It depends on if he posted or not. But if we're up top, I think it's a good game. I think it's close. I don't know how quick he is.
Let him know that right now.
I told him he can. Hey, don't go anywhere.
With Christian on second, are you worried at all that he's running? I know you said earlier he was pretty slow.
If he wanted to, but he's a little lazy, so I think he's hanging out right here with me for now. He's chilling.
Here's the 2-0 home. There you go. Mic'd up and got the fly ball.
I got one.
So with a runner at second, does your as a shortstop, what are you paying attention to for people who maybe don't know baseball?
Yeah, I'm just trying to stay in his front hip right here, make sure he doesn't get off too far, so he can't get too big of a jump and try to score, but not so much that it takes me out of my position that much. So that's what I'm working on.
Yeah, we talked about it a little earlier. This is a Gherkins team that has seemed to bond a little more than any other teams. How has it been with that experience?
Yeah, that's been super fun. It's a lot of great guys on this team. We definitely have a good time, and a lot of people I've known for a couple years now. Played with Pat, Justin, and Kane the last 2 summers in high school and first year of college, so it's definitely fun to play with them again. And then everybody I've met so far has just been awesome, so we've had a good time for sure.
And how has it been? Is this your first time out at Bob Brock here in Aurora, or have you played out here before?
This is my first time. I think it sounds like everybody else has played here at least once, and I only heard good things, so I was excited, and yeah, it's been awesome playing out here. But this is my first time.
Here's the 1-1 home, and Jovan pops one up out of play.
Boy, go get him.
You talked about it a little bit earlier, but the ability to play with a lot of guys, or maybe at a spot that you want to be at in a couple of years, like a Kenyon Jovan, how does that help you kind of prepare for your spring of 2021?
That's been my favorite part for sure. That's been awesome. I think it's a really good opportunity for all of us just to see what level we have to be able to compete at in a year if we want to get. Oh my God, that's hot. I'm gonna get that. Yes, sir. Oh. Are you good? You good? Got one. Twist on. Yeah. So that's been awesome. Just seeing what areas you have to improve on against that level of pitching, and how fast the game is at that level. Definitely some good takeaways to go work on and try to go to Yak with those.
Now, Christian was telling us earlier that you're always late to everything. I'm going to be honest. I'm right with you. I am always late to everything.
That's good.
Yeah.
It's not a bad thing. We're on our own schedule.
Yeah. If somebody says 10, I'll definitely be there at 10:10.
Yep. And at this point, everybody I know knows that. So they tell me 10, and they get there at 10:15, and we're all good.
There you go. So 1 out, 2 on. Is there any difference now with the runner at first? How you play it short?
Yeah, a little bit. So I'm playing in a little bit now. I don't have to get back as far because we're trying to turn the double play if it's hit to me. So double play depth is about halfway through the infield as opposed to all the way back. So I don't have to go as far, and I'm not holding him on.
Ball back for Alvarado as he makes the catch. And Cooney goes to third. So 2 outs and runners at the corners. Now, Rowan, if you had to pick a favorite part about playing here in Aurora, Oregon this summer, what's the best part about being out here in a Gherkins uniform?
Oh, that's a tough one. It's between definitely the competition we get to play has been awesome. I love everything you guys are doing. This is tight. Never had mascots before. That's fun. A lot of things.
That's good. When you have you been able to talk to some of your teammates that you're going to have next year at Yakima?
I've met a couple of them. I know of a couple of them, but haven't got to meet them yet. We've had some Zoom calls.
Okay.
So I get to meet them at least that way. But I'm excited. Seem like some good guys. I think it's gonna be fun.
Why did you choose to go there for your year?
Yeah, I knew I wanted to go somewhere in the NWAC for one season, and sent some emails out to schools. Got a couple workouts, and when I went there, it just that was the best time I had at any of the walkthroughs. The coaches were awesome. The culture of that program seems really solid, and they have a great time. So, also the facilities blew me away. They were crazy, so I was excited about that.
So a 2-2 count here with runners at the corners. Do you defense change? I know I'm going to ask you this every single time, but defense change with Cooney at third now and nobody at second?
It would normally, but we got. Yes. It would normally, but we got 2 down, so I was playing my normal position, either taking down at second or first right there.
Now I know a couple of days ago you guys had your head coach come out and sing the national anthem. How surprised were you about that?
I didn't know it was him at first. That was shocking. I went back and watched the video a couple times, and it got better every time. So that was awesome. That might be the highlight of playing out here so far, to be honest.
There you go. And you guys. Hey, with the mic on. Any shout outs before you leave?
I don't know. I got all my family. My family's over there. Shout out to Kaylin Banks.
Thanks so much for joining us, Rowan.
Yeah.
That does it for the top of the 5th. 1 run in. It's 13-0 Pickles. To the bottom of the 5th we go here in Aurora, Oregon at Bob Brock. So welcome back to baseball here at Bob Brock in Aurora, Oregon. Bottom 5, opening offering. Look out, almost clips Brady Hansen. The right-handed batter looks on. Portland Pickles 13, Portland Gherkins nothing here in the bottom of the 5th. Gherkins trying to spark a comeback. Do with the right-hander Henson. We have a lot of movement in the infield. We'll get it to you, the 1-0. And Maine deals the ball upstairs. They count it 2 balls and no strikes. It is Zach Morgan playing third base now. Kenyon Yovan has moved to second. And out of the game comes Nick Israel. Tannen Maine on the mound for the Picks, the 2-0. Swing and a miss. And the count, 2 balls and 1 strike. So the Pickles with 5 runs in the first, 4 in the second, 3 in the fourth, and 1 in the 5th. The 2-1. Up and outside. And the count at 3 balls and 1 strike. Base is empty, bottom 5. Battle for Portland. The Pickles lead the Gherkins 13-0. Nobody out. And the 3-1. Upstairs again, 4 straight balls from Tannen Maine has Brady Hansen aboard. And up comes the lefty Ryan Torres. Torres struck out swinging his last time up. Maine is out of Sandy High School, where he was a star closer. As he looks over his left shoulder towards first. Sets head high. And the opening offering. Catches the outer edge for a strike. Counted 0-1. Maine was a Ben South Little League All-Star when he was 9 years old. The 0-1 with a runner at first. And a swing and a blooper down the left field line. Scoro moving over, gets under it, sets up camp, and makes the catch for the first out of the inning. So bottom 5, 1 out and 1 on. And the lineup card flips as up comes the right-handed batter, Bryce Bridge. Bridge hit a triple into the gap in right center his last time up. Hansen leads at first. And the opening offering. Catches at the knees. And the count at 0-1. Portland Pickles 13, Portland Gherkins nothing. Bottom 5 here at Bob Brock. And the 0-1. Upstairs. Count of 1 ball and 1 strike. Gherkins' best opportunity came in the 3rd after Bridge tripled with nobody out, but he did not come home. Brady Hansen at first after his walk, 1 away here in the bottom of the 5th, the 1-1. Foul back to the screen. And they counted a ball and 2 strikes. Wind has died down. Shadows are gone and the lights are on here at Bob Brock in beautiful Aurora, Oregon. 1-2 on its way home. In the dirt, and it gets away from Arnone. On his way to second is Hansen. He stops there on the wild pitch. And just like that, a runner in scoring position for the Portland Gherkins. And an opportunity for Bryce Bridge to pick up an RBI. Bottom 5, 13-0. The Pickles lead in the Battle of Portland. 3-2. Swing and a miss. Down goes Bridge. And up comes the right-hander, Nolan Thebe. Thebe steps into the batter's box. Runner at second is Hansen. 2 gone. And the Gherkins looking for a run. Maine's opening offering. Low and in. And Hansen takes off running. The snap throw to third. Not in time. It was awfully close. Zach Morgan can't believe it. And an opportunity for Thebe with a runner 90 feet away. Bottom 5 here at Bob Brock in Aurora, Oregon. Pickles with the lead, 1-0. Tapped back to the screen. The count 1 ball and 1 strike. Pickles 13, Gherkins nothing. Battle of the Brine. The 2 Portland teams going at it to kick off week 4 of the Wild Wild West League. The 1-1. Low and in. Runner at third for the Gherkins here in the bottom of the 5th with 2 outs. Maine looks on. Exhales, sets just high. And the 2-1 home. Swinging a foul down the right field line. And the count levels out. 2 balls and 2 strikes. It's been all Pickles here early. Gherkins trying to get on the board, trailing 13-0. Bottom 5, 2 outs. Runner at third. Portland Gherkins versus the Portland Pickles. 2-2. Way up and away. And the count runs full. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Thebe. Nolan Thebe has struck out swinging in his last 2 at-bats. Does not want the hat trick. Hansen leads at third. And the 3-2. Swing and a miss, and that does it. A runner left 90 feet away. The Gherkins don't get a run to the 6th we go here at Bob Brock. It's Pickles 13, Gherkins nothing on our Wild Wild West League stream. Brought to you by Adventus Health.
It started with a checkup that led to a question that spurred a discovery that changed the way we practice health, which led to more questions and more discoveries that changed more ways we practice health. And on it goes. Introducing OHSU Health, a system of doctors and nurses, researchers, clinics, and hospitals, all working together to build a better way to wellness.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Top 6, and you know what that means. Parker Huffman is with us. Great to have you back, Parker.
Glad to be back, man. It's
So
a great evening we've got here.
It's been good if you're a pickle fan and stands right-hander Gabe Score. Parker, I heard you reeled in some fish yesterday.
Well, we caught some fish. I was not one of the guys who caught them, unfortunately. Got to give a shout out to my boy Pete. Reeled in 4 little smallmouths.
There you go.
So,
Jacob Bowser with the sidearm action deals a ball to start the at-bat. This is the game the Pickles need. 4-game slide, and they're up a baker's dozen to nothing. 1-0, and Scoro fouls it back to the screen, and the count of 1 ball and 1 strike. Parker, I wanted to say, did you see our Rory Newenhouse on his little
I saw
race?
that. Yeah. That was quite the little outfit Rory had there, riding the horse. But I didn't know he was going to be a part of the race. And then it looked like he was trying to take the win. But it's all right. Gigi went with the dive at the end and got the win. I think we're all tied up at 2 apiece now with the Mascot Olympics.
2-1. Look out. The count of 3 balls and 1 strike almost hits the shins of Scoro. You're right. It is a 2-2-2 ball game.
Yeah.
And with only a couple more days left, here's the 3-1. Swinging a shot into right center field. This
Nice
ball
hit.
rolls all the way to the track. Cut off by Alvarado. Digging for two is Scoro, and he's in there sliding. Good throw by Alvarado
Yeah.
to Rowan Ramsey at second, but it was just late. In game, Scoro, the guy who has somehow gone unnoticed, hitting 267, is 3 for 4 today. 467.
467. Yeah, it's been pretty impressive. We were talking about it last game. You know, he's just one of those guys that finds a way, even when he doesn't necessarily make the contact that he would like to make. You know, finds a way to bloop it into the outfield or get on base somehow. It's pretty impressive.
C.J. Rivers waves at the first pitch. Count 0-1 to him. Rivers has had a nice game. He's picked up 2 stolen bases.
Wow, big boy C.J. Rivers. That's awesome.
He's got 3 on the year. The 0-1-2. Low and away, and the count of 1 ball, 1 strike. So the Pickles here in the top of the 6th, absolutely dominating the Gherkins. Gherkins, though, haven't played their best arms.
No. I think that comes back a little bit to the, you know, the bullpens are being stressed a little bit. Got some guys starting to go back to school, so that doesn't help. But yeah, I think trying to give some of their big arms a little bit of rest heading into the playoff weekend, and some of their big bats as well.
1-2, misses low and away. Carly Menace alongside Parker Huffman. Now, the umpires today.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of a special. We got Matt Hardy and J.J. Mascalo. Not umpires by choice,
No.
but out of necessity.
Right. Yeah, a little foul ball there, but yeah, a little miscommunication, it seems, happened today. So we're all ready for game time, and then we said, hey, the umps haven't made it yet. And yeah, don't really know what happened there, but you know what? That's the Wild Wild West League.
2-2. Yeah, we were talking with Rowan Ramsey earlier. We're going to ask him, you know, what does he have a favorite part of this summer, and he kind of said all of it.
Yep.
It's been a wild time. It's been interesting, but
Sure.
he's enjoyed playing baseball.
Yep, that's what it's all about, man. Just getting these guys more reps. Nice pitch there.
Yeah, how about Jacob Bowser picking up a K? So, Parker, did they ask you to be an umpire?
Yeah, they did.
Did they really?
Yeah.
And what did you say?
Well, JJ stepped in right away, and then they were looking for the base ump, and I was still letting people into the park at that time, and I respectfully declined. Yeah.
Opening offering to O'Reilly, and he swings and pops one up left center field into no man's land. Coming in is Hansen, still on the move. He loses the cap, but finds the baseball, and there's 2 gone. So no Parker Huffman down the right field line. Could have been fun. Next time, say yes. We can mic you up.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't think about that. That would have been some fun.
So at second stands Scoro after his double. To start the inning, Rivers struck out. O'Reilly flew out to left, and in comes Zach Morgan in for Nick Israel. And Morgan takes the strike. I think J.J.'s done a pretty good job over there behind the pitcher. Is it one questionable call last inning? It looked like the guy was out at third, but again, he's had to do everything today. So
Yeah, got to give him a little bit of a break today, and I think maybe thankfully for him it hasn't been too tight of a game, so it's not too much pressure. But no, he's done a great job. Got to give him credit.
0-2 is a swing and a miss, and it's an opportunity for Bowser to get out of the inning unscathed. Sidearm delivers. And there it is. 2 strikeouts for Jacob Bowser.
There you go.
And he gets through the top of the 6th. Well, will you stick with us, Parker?
Absolutely.
To the bottom of the 6th we go. It's the Pickles 13 and the Gherkins nothing here at Bob Rock. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Bottom six, Carlo Jimenez alongside Parker Huffman as we get set here at Bob Rock. It's Pickles 13, Gherkins nothing. It's been all Pickles as 10 and Maine is on the mound. He looks in towards Rowan Ramsey. Opening offering to the righty. Catches the upper corner. And the count at 0-1. Well, Parker, we talked about a top 10 stacks.
Sure.
Why don't we get another list up here by Bleacher Report? 01.
Oh, Bleacher Report.
Bleacher Report catches the outer edge. You count another thing to do. This is the top 25 walk-up songs in the MLB.
Is this just opinion or is this?
It looks like this is by. We're trying to load in. Dan Tylicki. As Rowan Ramsey fouls one off down left field line. I think it's just his opinion.
Okay. Well.
Do you want to start with 10?
I'm already skeptical. Yeah, let's just skip to 10.
Okay. I was gonna say. He does it by player too. So it's the player and then their song. Number 10, Tim Lincecum, Electric Feel.
Okay, a little MGMT.
Yeah. I think part of his ranking is how well it fits the player.
Sure. Yeah, it's got it.
So get a little the freak action, Electric Feel.
Had Light My Fire by the Doors early in his career. I might like that a little more, but Electric Feel, that's a good one.
It's a good one. It's a solid song.
Yeah.
Solid song. Trevor Cahill, White Rabbit. Interesting. Can't say I know that song. But
Jefferson Airplane?
Yeah,
no? Not ringing a bell?
No. 1-2 on its way. And Ramsey taps one down the left field line. Charging and scooping it up is Morgan. Across his body and in time to first.
Great play.
And we have another giant, Brian Wilson, jump around.
That's a good one. That's a solid one.
Also gets the crowd into it, right? So
sure, yeah.
Guy coming out of the pen. Ian Kinsler plays Black Betty.
Okay. I'm not too mad at these so far.
It's pretty good. Chase Utley, Cashmere.
Okay, now we're talking.
Now we're getting to the good stuff.
Getting the let out.
There we go.
I like that.
Jonathan Papelbon, I'm shipping up to Boston.
Yeah, I mean, he's a Boston guy. Earlier in his career, that's kind of where he really made his name, made his money. But I think he just kind of gave him that one based on the city. That's it. Yeah.
I don't know. Number 4, Jonathan Broxton, Iron Man.
Okay. I'm not mad at that either.
That's a good one. Chipper Jones, Crazy Train. Can't go wrong with Crazy Train. You really can't.
No.
The way that song starts, you could be in bed at 1 a.m. and a Crazy Train plays.
Yeah. No.
Getting out of bed.
You hear Ozzy's voice and you got to get up for that one.
Top 2 are really good. Joakim Soria, Welcome to the Jungle.
Yeah.
That's a good song. That is a good song. I'm gonna guess you can guess number 1.
No, I can't.
You're not gonna give it a try?
No, I'm not even gonna try.
Come on. Give it a guess.
Okay.
Think about whose walk-up song is iconic.
Iconic, yeah. It's current or?
No, it's just retired.
Oh, it's Mariano then with
Yeah.
Sandman. Yeah.
Enter Sandman.
Yeah.
That one's pretty iconic.
Yeah, that's got to be number 1 if you're not going current.
1-0. Swinging a pop. If you had to pick a current one.
Well, I don't know people's walk-ups. I don't know, but I gotta say I like that list more than the snack one.
There you go.
I really like that one a lot better.
All right, it's time for Sweet Caroline. Top 7 here at Bob Rock. It's Pickles 13, Gherkins nothing here in Aurora, Oregon.
Bye.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Brock Stadium. Top 7 or top 9, as Carly Menes and Parker Huffman hanging with you. It's a new pitcher, Nolan Thebe, the righty on the mound, to face the right-hander Cooney. Opening offering, and Cooney waves at a fastball.
Get a little do-rag on?
Yeah,
I like it.
Do-rag. I mean, everybody's been playing well for the Picks. Everybody has scored except Alec Arnone. 0-1. Upstairs. In the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. Well, Parker, we're in Aurora, Oregon.
Yeah.
We haven't really talked about Aurora, Oregon. Do you give us a little background on the city?
Yeah, well, we had to look this one up. I didn't
Yeah.
really know much.
You didn't have to say that. You gotta fake it sometimes. 1-1. Catches the outer corner.
All right, let's see. Aurora, city in Marion County.
There you go.
Before being incorporated as a city, it was the location of the Aurora Colony, which was a religious commune. And that was founded in 1856
A little bit ago.
by William Keel. And he named the settlement after his daughter. That's
Named
nice.
Daughter Aurora.
Yeah, yeah. Now this is where I'm getting a little skeptical.
Okay.
It says that 2010 census population was 918 people.
Uh-huh.
Maybe it is, but you know, it just seems a
low or
little
too high?
seems a little low to me.
Okay.
Seems a little bit low.
Interesting.
Maybe we just have some people not participating in the census. I don't know.
As Cooney strikes out. Well, I'll give you a little background on the Aurora Colony.
Yeah, please.
It's also called the Aurora Mills. It was
Okay.
a Christian utopian communal society, and at its peak had 600 people in it and 15,000 acres.
Wow, so they almost had as many people back then as they do now.
Yeah.
Okay.
In fact, the 2000 census in Aurora, Oregon had 600 people in it. So
Wow. That's interesting.
the colony had 12 buildings in 1974, but it ended then. Or excuse me, that's not correct. It was dissolved in 1883. In 1974, the colony had about 150 acres, and 12 former buildings were inscribed as National Register of Historical Places.
Oh, there you go.
Now, it's kind of interesting why they came out here
Yeah.
to Aurora. At the time, William Kelly and his group was in. That ball almost gets to us. In Missouri,
Really?
hanging out over there, and they came here to find a second Eden.
Sure.
It's a pretty nice place.
I can't blame them. You know, some of the sunsets they got out here, maybe they saw a couple of those, decided to stick around. But, yeah, you know, I don't think it's too uncommon. A lot of places out here in the West were kind of formed that way.
2-1. Here's a swing and a pop-up by Hannah. Left center field. Center fielder Bridge gets under. And there's 2 gone. Yeah, they originally settled in Willapa Bay, Washington. But the land was not suitable for self-sufficient agricultural community.
Sure.
So they found Aurora Mills.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely found the right spot for agriculture. That remains today. So, good on them. Good on them.
You learn something new every day.
Yeah. Yo, man.
Yovan at the plate, calling yard card.
No, I am. I'm gonna refrain from that. I actually hope it doesn't happen. Got another little $5 bet with Ryan Moot. We got the total at 14. So if 14 runs are scored in the game, it's a push. Nobody wins.
Okay.
So right now I'm winning,
Uh-huh.
but no more runs can be scored.
No more.
No.
All right. Well,
If the Gherkins get a few on the board, I'm not gonna be too mad.
yeah. So it's just 13 for the Picks?
No, it's total.
Oh,
I'll take the loss to get the Gherkins a little confidence boost.
Look at you. 1-1 misses low and outside. Nolan Thebe throws pretty hard on the mound. He's already struck out 1 batter. You want me to tell you a little bit more about our founder, Kelly, and what William kind of preached?
Sure, man. If you want to tell me more, I'm all ears.
All right. They preached a no title with Christian, no rules with the Bible form of Christianity.
Hmm.
They maintained that all existing religions were human creations.
Okay.
And they had a little farm, and things were going well, and they founded this great place. So Paul, the count of
Wow.
3 and 2.
That's just incredible, Carlo.
Thank you. You know, we're breaking. They tell you not to talk about religion on broadcast, but you know,
Yeah.
it's part of the history.
It's history, yeah.
It's part of the history.
We're not taking any sides.
No. And a swing and a miss. Nolan
Wow.
Thebe, back-to-back Ks.
Way to go, Thebe.
There you go. That gets us to the bottom of the 7th or the bottom of the 9th. Well, we got Sweet Caroline, and then we're going to come back. Carly Menace, Parker Huffman, half inning to go. Pickles looking for the win. So Hunter Wierstra in the box, and he takes a strike from Alex Giroux. Carlo Jimenez, Parker Huffman, rocking with you here, bottom of the 7th, also known as the bottom of the 9th. Thanks to our run rule, the 1 on its way. And Hunter Wierstra pops one up, left side, moving back as Hannah. He gets under it, measures it correctly, and makes the catch.
Didn't make it look easy, but got it done.
No.
Quick out there for Giroux. Cat Makarov, big fan.
Big fan. So in stands the left-hander, Sean Alvarado. Alvarado's got some nice flow. I was talking to Rowan Ramsey earlier, and I was asking him, a lot of guys on your team have some great hair.
Yeah.
Why don't you have great hair? And he said, in high school, I didn't put it like that. In high school, here's a fly into right field, and Danny O'Reilly has out number 2. Man, we are moving. He said he used to have a lot of flow.
Okay.
Down to the shoulders.
Wow.
Cut that off. He's a little worried about what he would look like now with the flow.
Right.
So he,
yeah, sometimes you can pull it off a little better when you're a little younger.
Yeah.
I've got a little flow going. It's more because I have not really had a chance to hit the barber up during this season.
There's a fly ball in the right, and how about that? That's it.
Wow. All right.
5 pitches, and we're done. Final score here, the Portland Pickles defeat the Portland Gherkins. They end a 4-game slide, and they win 13-0 here at Bob Brock. Tomorrow, it will be the Grey Wolves versus the Knights. We'll be back with you. That one starts at 7. One more time here from Aurora, Oregon. The Portland Pickles end a 4-game slide. They defeat the Portland Gherkins in the Battle of the Brine 13-0.